So, yeah. So let's just start. Like, what's your name?
Sounds good. Yeah, my name is Cole Striler, and yeah, I'm a founder of ClipFM.
ClipFM. So you told me recently that you started working on this project in November. Was it last
Right.
year, right?
Yep, November of 2022.
And how did you start on your own, or you had a team already and brainstorm to create this project? And sorry,
Yeah,
before you answer that question, can you just tell us briefly what ClipFM does?
sure. So a quick overview of ClipFM. So ClipFM is a software tool that saves podcasters and video editors hours in editing time and hundreds of dollars when it comes to creating clips. And we do that by using AI, and we analyze your video using AI, and we find the moments of your video that have the highest chance of going viral. If it were a TikTok, a YouTube short, an Instagram reel, and then we go as far as actually doing the rendering of the clips. We'll add auto captions, and what you end up with are video files ready to post on all the major platforms. And sort of what we say is we will turn your podcasts into viral clips with one click, because it really is that simple.
That's awesome, man. And
Yeah,
again, going back to that question, right? Like you said that you started in November, right? And did you
right.
start it on your own, or you actually had a team involved, from the get-go?
Yeah, so it started. So I graduated college in 2020 from UC Berkeley, and sort of my first job out of college was at Apple, and I was doing I was a backend developer on Apple.com, and I did that for about a year and 9 months. And I realized, like, man, I really want to work for myself. Like, I want to be my own boss. I want to have my own project. So I quit at the beginning of 2022 and moved to Austin, Texas. And I really had no idea what I was going to do, but I knew that I was going to do something. And so I met some friends here, moved into a house with other developers, other entrepreneur-minded people, and one of the members in the house actually has a podcast, and he spent, he was just complaining that he would spend hours of his time after the podcast was recorded creating clips and adding captions and sort of doing all the post editing stuff.
Yeah,
And sort of with this like
I feel
recent,
the pain.
yeah, it's brutal, and if you can't afford an editor, it's like you're kind of stuck doing it yourself or not doing it at all, which that's also problematic. So we thought, man, with these sort of the availability of public language models now, using an AI to find clips is probably something that's possible. And so it actually, I was like, let me just see if I could even build this. So I spent about 5 days, basically no sleep, and coded up a very duct taped together version of it, but it worked, and it sort of proved that this is actually possible. And once we realized that it was possible, it was like, all right, is there demand for this thing? So what we actually did is we started a clip making agency. And when I say we, it's me and my co-founder, Cameron. So it's the two of us. So we started a clip making agency, and we basically just started cold emailing thousands of podcasters a week. And we actually had a 30% close rate. And yeah,
That's
we had a whole
awesome, man.
whole business.
30%.
Yeah, yeah, it was insane. So we had a whole business of making clips for people before we even actually had a product. And we still have customers today. So we have a whole that whole system in place.
That's
Um,
great, man.
yeah,
Now,
and
now, just sorry to stop you, but
yeah,
obviously I'm curious about, because I know that a lot of people are going through this. They're probably working in a place where they're not really happy.
right,
That being said, you were in a space that is the space of where you can actually improve your knowledge, right? Around that, your your career, right? Like what you were interested in, right? Was that when you were working in that space, were you was there something that you, apart from being independent, right? But
right.
was there something that you didn't like about working for others? Was there a moment for you that you were doing something? And I want to, but maybe I would love to know the details of what
Yeah,
make you think, look, this is not for me. I know this is a great opportunity for a lot of people, but I just want to do stuff on my own.
right. Um, so for me, I think it it came down to incentives. And I think the incentive structure at a large company is not always in your favor. And sort of what I mean by that is, no matter how hard you work, no matter how well you do, your salary is capped, and you might be able to get a raise, you might be able to get some stock options, but for the most part, there's an upper bound on what you can achieve. And so what you often see is people like figuring out sort of the minimum level of contribution to maintain employment. And I felt myself starting to do that too. I was, not going the extra mile when, beforehand, that's what I would do. And that's actually me going the extra mile is what got me the job there. And then it sort of took my foot off the gas, more or less. And I didn't like that. And I was like, I'm not performing my best here. And I need to kind of design my life to be in a situation where there really is no upper bound in terms of what I can achieve. And I think entrepreneurship is a really good way to do that. So for me, and also, this wasn't the first project I've started. In high school, I was very entrepreneurial, and I had a sock company, and ran that for about 6 years.
What?
Sock company, like shoes and socks.
All right,
so
socks company.
Yeah.
Right.
So I did private label socks, and basically paid my way through UC Berkeley with that money. And so this was not, and I loved it. I loved being my own boss. During high school, I never had a normal job. Actually, I had a normal job for 3 days, and then I quit. I was like, this is not for me. I worked at Yogurtland for 3 days.
Yeah, right. That's awesome, man.
But yeah, for me, I love, just being in a situation where really the sky is the limit, and you can, you can get there on your own ability or not. So yeah.
Good on you, man. Good on you. That's great to hear.
Thanks.
Was there any people that were kind of like a role model at the time, like that you looked up to?
Yeah, for sure. So, my dad was always very entrepreneurial, and sort of took major risk at a young age. And what's cool is that he was always very supportive of me taking risk. And gotta say, I think he was a major part in my decision to leave a very stable, safe job and kind of go pursue the unknown. And it was nice knowing that I wasn't going against what my parents had wanted for me. They basically had expressed, we back you, and like, if anything happens, like, we're here. So it was nice knowing that I had that little bit of a safety net as well. But yeah, I'd say parents are big influences. And
that's awesome, man. Good on you. That's great. What about Cameron? When did you meet Cameron?
Yeah, so I actually met Cameron, I think at the start of 2022, like right about the time when I quit Apple. And he was also moving to Austin at the time, just randomly. So we actually were like, hey, like, let's live together. So he was one of the guys in the house that we're living in. And we were sort of working on various other projects at the time. And when we came up with the idea of ClipFM, it was like, he was the obvious guy to work on it with. And yeah.
Was AI something new to you when you decided to work on this project?
Yeah, so this was the first AI project I've personally worked on. Touched a little bit of AI stuff at Apple, and sort of after that, I explored the crypto space for a little bit. But this was the first AI SaaS tool that I built.
Wow, that's very impressive, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not just me. Let me clarify. It's the two of us, and
but that's great, man. Like, even like, it's only, I mean, the two of you. That's great. That's a great achievement.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's fun.
What do you think? And I know, obviously I know the answer, but I would like to hear from you, because you've been working on this for a long time, and maybe you have discovered new industries that can be benefited by this tool. Because I'm sure that people who have podcasts and marketers can use this to their advantage. Are there any other people that comes to mind that will help them as well, apart from people who are creating content, like content like me, that I'm producing content consistently? Is there
Yeah,
any other industries?
yeah, totally. So, when we started this, we thought, all right, we got to start with a very niche sort of segment of the market, and that's why we chose podcasters. It just made a lot of sense. To make a good clip, we need to be able to transcribe a video and get it to text. And most podcasts are text, or it's verbal, so you can put it to text. So that's sort of how we pitched it first, and slowly we started to see sort of other segments of the market. Like now, we went to a podcast conference in Las Vegas last month, and we actually had a lot of companies come up to us, like marketing agencies, that asked us if we have an API, and whether or not, and they express a lot of interest in being able to embed our software into their products. So we're like, okay, maybe there's a developer clientele here, and of course there's the marketing agencies that or just like clip making agencies that have 20 to 50 podcasts that they make clips for. So there's bigger clientele. So yeah, there's a variety of potential use cases, and I think there's still a lot left that we haven't even really explored yet. I mean, one that we're thinking about is audio only podcasts. So right now it's pretty much video only. But there's a lot of, the majority of podcasts aren't recording video. So if you could take a video or an audio only podcast and give them the opportunity to make video clips by either generating images, generating video using AI, that's also something we're brainstorming and could see this kind of moving in that direction.
Idea. Absolutely, that's a great idea, man. I never thought about that.
And also, I mean, I'll add to that is, this is may probably a little bit further down the line, but typically when a creator makes a clip of their content, the clip is in the same language that the content was produced. But I think it would be really cool if, let's say you have an English podcast. What if you can make German, Spanish, clips in other languages and reach new audiences that before couldn't understand your content because of the language barrier. So and with AI, we can do it in your voice as well. So it sounds just like you speaking Spanish or German or whatever language. So yeah, I think there's a lot of interesting things that
absolutely that reminds me of the model that Mr. Beast is using. Like
exactly.
Yeah, exactly like that. That's pretty. Yeah, that's I think really cool, man.
67% of videos on YouTube are not in English. So
that's such a great selling point right there.
Yeah.
Especially because you have the awareness from Mr. Beast, he's talking about that.
Totally.
And a lot of people from your generation and my generation as well understand that that's such a great way to get more revenue from your creative efforts.
Oh yeah, it's like instead of having to create new content, you can take your existing content and repurpose it. And that's what's also really cool about ClipFM is we make it super easy to go back to old videos and continue to grow your channel without having to constantly produce new content.
That's amazing, man. Are there any? So what's your vision? Do you have a vision like the next 5 years? Where would you like to be with this tool?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, typically I don't make super long-term plans because long-term plans never really work out. But
well, look at you, like you didn't know anything about creating a tool like this, and it just happened, right?
Right. So some of the best opportunities sort of blindside you, and I think trying to keep things open. But I think in terms of the product itself, probably within the next year, I could see this being a fully automated product where you don't even have to upload or interact with our platform. Basically, you upload a video to YouTube, we read the video through an RSS feed, we edit it the way you like it, we upload it to your channel, and there's just this like engine creating clips for you in the background. So I think that the fewer buttons you need to press to get clips on your YouTube channel, the better. And so that's probably the immediate future. We do have some long-term ideas. There's definitely some value in having a database of clips matched against their parent transcript. There's a lot of things that you could do, and also just having a database of a bunch of clip files. So I think we definitely will be exploring sort of other paths to take at some point, but in the immediate future, it's how can we save creators a ton of time and a ton of money, and kind of give them kind of equal the playing field a little bit, right? Because right now, to make great clips, you either have to have a ton of time or a ton of money. And what we want to do is sort of give every creator and every podcaster the ability to sort of play the game at a similar level.
That's great, man. What about the competition, right? Because obviously it's a very competitive space at the moment, and I'm sure there are going to be more projects similar to yours. Do you worry much about that, or you just focus, or you're one of those people who just like, I just focus on what I'm doing, Gary Vee style, as he says?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think the best way to deal with competition is to just listen to your customers, and to kind of let your customers guide you, and not be constantly checking your competitors' websites and building features based on what you're seeing. There are a few other people in the space, and I think where we sort of stand out is Cameron and I, we're UI developers. So we're going to have a beautiful UI, very intuitive experience. And also we're building, so we're also building sort of a clip editor. So once the AI gives you clips, because it's an infant AI, sometimes you'll want to make adjustments to the clip. And I think the other platforms don't give you the ability to sort of extend the edges, add a few more words into a clip, or remove a part. And we make it super easy with just a click of a button. You can extend the clip and adjust the range, which actually retrains the model, and you'll get smarter clips over time. So we sort of have a built-in feedback loop into our product, which which, like I said, makes it smarter over time. And also, if you were to get a bad clip, you don't have to totally discard it. You can maybe the AI will get you 80% of the way there, and all you have to do is just drag a slider to the right. And
when you say drag a slider, it's just you add an extra sort of clip that is not necessarily from that clip. Is that what you're saying?
Right. I could show you via screen share, but at a high level, basically, when it might be a little bit hard to describe, but when the AI gives you clips and you click on a clip to view it, it also will show you a highlighted portion on the transcript. It'll show you that clip highlighted on the transcript, right?
Yeah.
And on the transcript, you can just hover over a word or a section of words that you want to include, and click to extend the highlighted range. That might be a little bit confusing if you can't actually see what I'm talking about. But I guess at a high level, the point is that it's super easy to adjust clips that retrain the model and gets it smarter over time.
And now, for people to understand, how long can it take for that AI to learn and to get to that point where you're getting things right, like 80% or 70% of the time, if that's even, I don't know if that's possible.
Right. I mean, I think within a few months we'll see some significant improvements, and yeah, I mean, within a year it should be nearly perfect, or at least that's kind of the goal. But yeah, it shouldn't be too long. I think once we have people start making clips, we'll be able to fine tune it pretty quick.
That's right. Like the more people use the platform, the faster you get to that point where things are going to be more smooth. Is that right?
Right. That's the idea.
That's great, man. That's great. Is there anything that you could show us right now? I know you haven't launched it, right?
We haven't launched. We should be launching this weekend, but I have I can pull something up real quick and share with you. So
awesome, man.
Give me one sec. Awesome. Can you see this?
Oh yeah, nice podcast, man.
Yeah,
I
for
listen to
sure.
all of them, all of them.
Yeah, yeah, same. These are the greats.
Yeah.
So once you create an account and log in, this is the content page. So what this page is it's all the videos that you've uploaded and made clips for. So if you want to upload a new video and make clips for them, you would just click in the top right, upload video. And you'll see this screen where you can either upload with a YouTube link. So
Yeah.
this is typically the most popular option. And then, or you can click
Upload it.
or upload a file from your computer basically. And then you just click make clips. Typically, it'll take about 5 minutes to run per hour of video. So a lot faster than doing it yourself. And once the clips are ready, you can just click on the content page and you will be taken to the editor. So wait for it to load here. Cool. So on the left here, these are all of the AI generated clips. And so it says that there's 5 of them. So if you click on one, this is what I was talking about. So you can see the middle section here is the transcript, and you can see where the clip is highlighted on the transcript. So if you wanted to, let's say you play the clip and it's too short, you wanted to add an extra sentence, all you have to do is just hover over and click, boom, and now that's your clip. And you can save that. And then when you play it over here,
in order to remove intrusive and addictive thoughts, ask yourself.
I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, but
that's so cool, man.
Yeah, so it's super, like I said, super easy to adjust the edges of a clip. And there's also other things that you could do. So the standard clip orientation is 9:16. With a click of a button, you can make it a square video. And with another click of a button, you can also make it a 16:9 horizontal.
That's awesome. So you can have it on YouTube if it's going to be longer than 1 minute, and
right.
Instagram and Facebook as well.
Exactly. So for now, most of the clips that the AI will give you will be less than 60 seconds. However, you will have the option to manually create a clip. Like let's say there's a 3-minute segment that you want to turn into a clip and post on YouTube horizontally, or a 5-minute. You can create a new clip manually and just click the starting word, click the end word, and boom, you have a clip. So super easy. There's also different customizations that you could do to a clip. So a lot of the times a podcast will have a speaker on the left and the right. And if you did the full screen vertical, one of the speakers will be cropped out. So very easily you can just click this button and it adds padding to the top or bottom.
Oh God, that's great.
Yeah. So then you can fit the full screen on the full video on the screen. What's also cool is if your speaker is a little bit off center, you can just drag the horizontal positioning slider and move horizontally the speaker into frame. And you can also adjust the scale. So if you want to make the entire video smaller or bigger, zoom in, zoom out. So there's a lot of really cool customizations with respect to video orientation. The last thing, and my favorite part, is captions. So captions are automatically added to your video. You can disable them if you don't want the captions by just clicking none, and it'll turn them off.
Is this OCD?
But if you do want captions, and one of the things that's really cool is a lot of clips or video editors like to do single word captions. And on most other platforms, this is actually a pretty challenging thing. And with us, all you have to do is just change the word rate number 1, and it'll only ever show one word on the screen at a time.
Oh, great, man.
Cool. You can also change the background color, the text color, the font style, family, weight, size, and the positioning on this.
They won't necessarily.
So super easy. Yep. And the last thing is, let's say the transcription has a spelling error, or you want to remove a word or a comma. To do that, all you do is you just click on the transcript and you type. So it's super easy to edit. Mistake.
Can you try that again? I think you're pausing now. Are you there?
Lost you.
You were paused, and you were talking about editing the. Sorry, would you mind to go back again?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I think the internet connection may be cutting out. Let me see here. Cool. So where what was the last part that you heard?
So I think you were trying to edit a word or something, and
Okay,
then
cool.
I saw you moving the subtitles a bit more to the center.
Okay, cool. Right. So if you want to edit the spelling of a word on one of the captions, or you want to remove punctuation, it's very easy to edit the transcript. All you do is you click and you type. And so it's very easy to override mistakes made by the transcription. And then once you're ready, this is actually what we're working on tonight. There will be a button somewhere over here that says export, and it'll just download the video to your browser. So super easy. What I think we've heard a lot of interest in this, and I think we'll be working on this soon, is like an auto upload feature to your channels. So right now you have to download to your computer and then upload, and it'd be cool if you could just upload directly with the click of a button. So that's sort of what we're working on. Finally, there's this profile section, which you can track your usage. So the way we charge is by the number of minutes of uploaded video. And you can always track your usage, where you're at in the month. And if you needed to upgrade a plan, you can choose between the three options that we have here. And they're entirely based on the number of minutes that you upload, like I said. And what's really cool, and a lot of creators have been quite excited about, is our affiliate program. So every time anyone who makes an account will be given an affiliate link. All you have to do is copy this, and you'll get 30% revenue share for up to 3 months for each person who signs up using your link. So you'll be able to track how much money you've earned, track the number of signups you've brought, and yeah. And also, one thing that I love, or one thing that I hate, is when websites are not very transparent on when they're going to charge you or how to cancel your subscription. So one thing I really wanted to make sure is that there's an option to cancel your subscription, kind of see when you're going to be charged next, and just being very transparent about billing.
That's great, man. That says a lot about you, and because I'm sure, like, you've been a customer before, and I'm glad that you're pointing things out that it's about that. There are certain things that I really love about your mindset. You're one of those people who care about the customer. And that's what we need these days. A lot of people, they just want to make money, and I'm sure you want to make money as well. But the words that I have heard you saying a lot is to make it easy for the customer, make it better for them. So you're not worrying about competition. You're more worried about how we can improve, how can provide these people with a solution and improve based on that. So that's what I love about companies like the one that you're starting right now. Those ones who really care about human beings and not only about profiting. At the end of the day, you want that. You want profit. You want to live a great life, but you're starting from a really great mindset. And I hope you keep that mindset for a long time. I'm sure you will. I love the app, man. I love how you can see the clips that the product is showing you, like the tool is showing you, and you can select to see which one it has selected. And now I can see how you're gonna be training the AI as well by selecting those options that it has given to you. That's a great. It looks amazing, man. I gotta say, hats off to you, man. And Cameron, of course.
And Cameron's been behind the scenes, just writing code all day. So he deserves at least half the credit for this as well.
Of course, man. Of course.
We'll
put a photo of Cameron like later.
Yeah. We'll edit a photo of him on.
Yeah. That's cool, man. I'm glad I had a chat with you. I mean, it'll be great to see how things pan out for you. I'm sure, like, you guys you have customers already, which is awesome. And I'm definitely gonna be sharing this on my platform. I'm also thinking about creating a Facebook group where I'm gonna be talking more about AI, more for creators as well, who are actually using the tools to create something great. And I would love to share this product with them.
Sounds wonderful. Yeah,
man. So is there anything that you would like to add on?
No, other than we're very excited to get this rolled out this week, and I think what we're going to be launching this week is a beta version of the product, and to those who use it, feedback is more than welcome, and it's actually encouraged. So if anything feels annoying or weird, or you feel like the site is missing something, let us know. We have a Discord server, which hoping to keep all of that sort of communication in the Discord, just to keep it like a public record of it. And yeah, you know, we're all ears to ideas and feedback. And yeah, I mean, we're just super excited to get this to the next stage, which is like a live website. And yeah, thanks for having me on, man. I
Absolutely, man. It was a
really enjoyed the
pleasure.
conversation.
Yeah, and I'm sure like you're gonna send share with us all these links that the Discord link, so people
Yeah,
can jump on that, and obviously the website and all that stuff.
of course.
Nice to meet you, man. This was great. Hopefully we'll do this again. And yeah, man, good on you. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we'll have to do a follow-up once we're live and online for a few months. So
Absolutely. Cool,
cool.
man. All right, so that's it.